Live from the station you count on for local news, this is WTOL News 11, first at 5.
Up next, first at 5, defending yourself against an attacker.
Would you know what to do if attacked by a potential rapist, or have you ever fought off an attacker yourself? We're going to talk about this next in News Talk. Why don't you join us? 419-255-1118.
We're waiting for your call. Dial in now for News Talk on First at 5.
In News Talk this afternoon, defending yourself. Attacks on women, which may be related, have some people in Toledo very nervous and wishing they could defend themselves. Maybe you could, but how? Let's find out at 419-255-1118. It is our News Talk phone line, open to take your calls, questions, and comments about defending yourself. With us live first at 5, Shelley Blanco is a self-defense instructor at the Martial Arts Center in South Toledo. Ms. Blanco was herself the victim of a vicious attack in her home when she was awakened during an attack in which her head was being struck by a steel flashlight. An actual physical encounter, though, Shelley, is something we really try to avoid. You say much of the fight is in prevention. What do you mean by that?
Well, as long as you understand that you have to be the aggressive person, if you're willing to take initiative, you're going to send off signals to that attacker not to mess with them. See, these guys are looking for an easy victim. And if you can set off signals that you are not going to be an easy victim, that's 95% of the fight right there.
All right, send some signals off like that. How would you go about? Give me some tips. You're on an elevator with a guy and you're not comfortable with this guy and it's just the two of you. What might you do?
Okay, well, first off, I would say go with your gut. You know, my gut versus his feelings. But maybe if it's just maybe I'm not sure, whatever, I'm in the elevator, I'm going to look him right in the eye and very, not rudely, but aggressively say, what time is it? And just simply by doing that, you're sending off signals that, you know, a lot of times people in an elevator do this, and no, don't do that. Look at people.
Okay. You like that eye contact, that confident look. You like someone who is focused, not walking out of a mall with a cell phone in one hand and fishing through her purse with the other, right?
Absolutely.
Let's take some phone calls. Nikki in Toledo, I'm glad you watched, and thanks for calling, Nikki. Go ahead.
Hi, yes. I was wondering if it was better to fight off an attacker or not.
All right, great question.
I think it's definitely better to fight. You need to do anything and everything you can to, again, let him know you're not an easy attacker. See, here's the thing. Guy comes up to you, he holds a knife to you, and he says, you know, you're coming with me. Okay, now, all of a sudden, or maybe there's not even a knife, but the point is when you let that person know, you start screaming, kicking, fighting, they don't want that. They want an easy victim.
Yeah. When somebody is armed and they say, hey, get in the car, you're big on
Don't go. No. If they want you to get in a car, it's because they don't feel comfortable raping you and killing you there.
Right there.
Right. So if it's going to happen, I'd at least want them to feel uncomfortable doing it.
I'm with you on that. Let's take another phone call. I believe this is Deb in Toledo. Hi, Deb. Thanks for watching and calling. Go ahead.
Hi, yes. I'm in a wheelchair, and I'd like to know what to do. I mean, I do have arms that are capable of moving. So.
Okay. Okay. A wheelchair, someone in a wheelchair.
Again, use what you have. You know, scream, bite, pinch. There's areas on the body that are very, very, very sensitive to pinching. You know, if you've been working on keeping your arms strong, you know, there are a lot of things I use my legs for, and it would definitely be a disadvantage to not have the use of them. But at the same time, you know, use what God gave you.
Okay. Now you say that phrase, paralyzed by fear. Maybe our viewers have heard that. You say that is very real and is largely connected to our breathing or lack thereof. With your friend Rick, he's here. We're going to broaden out here or take another shot of it. And talk about the breathing and then also give me some demonstration of things that maybe would help our viewers.
Okay. First off, you know, being paralyzed with fear, unless you've actually experienced it, it's just a saying. But when you're in a situation where you are so scared and you can't move, you will kind of finally realize that it's because you're not breathing. Okay. And when you're learning true martial arts, like what we teach, authentic martial arts, you learn how to meditate, discipline the breath, discipline the mind. When you can learn to control that, you can learn to stay calm in virtually any situation. All right. You know, some of the things, if you're ever learning self-defense, what you would learn against maybe somebody who doesn't have a weapon should be the same as if they do have a weapon. Okay. So like real simple, like for example, let's say Mr. Backus, he grabs me by the collar, okay? Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is real simple. Again, it's not about strength, it's about leverage. I'm just going to take my hand, grab a hold of his hand, take my other hand, grab it, and then all I'm going to do is pivot through, and down he'll go. The same thing will work if he has a knife. So I'm going to use the same concept. Now, of course, I don't just want to grab his hand because he's going to cut my throat. But maybe he'll give me a command. Maybe he'll give me permission to raise my hand. At that time, if he says something...
Come with me.
Oh, God, no, please. And then he's down again. It's the same movement. It's just now being able to make sure you're stepping away from the knife.
Wow. We don't want to get into a punching contest with our attacker, do we? For the most part.
Well, Mr. Backus is bigger and stronger than me, so even as skilled as I am, his punches are going to hurt me worse than my punches are going to hurt him. I like to try to move in, get in as close as I can, and be able to use my leverage.
You actually like also being on the ground.
Oh, yeah. I definitely like the ground. I have, see, you know, like the woman who called before who didn't have use of her legs. For me, that'd be so tough because I love having my legs. Like, a lot of times if an attacker is going to take me down to the ground, is it okay? Can I go to the ground? Okay. So instead of letting him jump on top of me, I'm going to change my attitude and say, I'm pulling you on top of me. And I'll wrap him up in my legs. So if he goes to pull me down, now I've got him in my legs. Now, from here, I can control him a lot better. He tries to punch me, I can move my legs. He tries to choke me, I can straighten him, keep his hands off of me. I can grab him, hold him in for a while, and he's going to get a lot more tired than I am from this position.
Are you okay? Because I'm ready to come over and help you out.
I'm fine.
You back off her, buddy. We're going to leave it right there for right now. We've just scratched the surface. Shelley Blanco has lived it. She is a self-defense instructor. I want to thank you very, very much. And Mr. Backus, Rick, thank you very, very much for being with us. Now, if you would like more information from Shelley, or would like to even to investigate taking her class, here's what you can do. You can reach her at the Martial Arts Centers in the Pillars Plaza, Reynolds and Heatherdown. Number there, 419-385-1000. Now, if you tell her you saw her on News 11's First at 5, she tells me that she is willing to organize a free 2-hour self-defense seminar. Do mention you saw her here. Either way, call her if you'd like more information on defending yourself. The next First at 5. Whether it's Atkins or the Zone or your own version of low-carb diet.